Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. I have said this statement, you guys. Men are dogs, but the in-laws are bulldogs, okay? Because they are worse than the dogs. They will chew you alive. Okay, and I have said this before. Your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law, your mother-in-law, your neighbor-in-law, your tuck shop-in-law, your grass-in-law, everything in law, your toilet in law is not your friend. Okay, they are all bulldogs. Okay, don't be like my mother-in-law loves me. No, there's no such. Love and in-law don't exist. Like and in-law don't exist. Fun and in-law don't exist. Fake and in-law, yeah. Okay. Yes. Hate an in-law? Yes. Okay. Class dismissed. Now you understand. So listen, you guys. Ratile lost her husband. We all know Ratile was part of the Mummy Club. I'm actually hoping that Ratile is going to return to the Mummy Club, you guys, in the future. It might not be season 4 because, of course, her husband recently passed. She might not be ready to do like season 4 because, of course, season 3 cast was like such a big mistake for the Mummy Club, but I am hoping, you guys, that in the future she returns for the Mummy Club. I just want to see her, like doing the Mummy Club without the husband's influence, because we do know that when she was doing the Mummy Club, the husband didn't want her to share certain things when it comes to their relationship. So I want to see her freely share all parts of her life on the Mummy Club, you guys. So I do want to see her do the Mummy Club in the future. Also, I want to see her I want to see her being free to share, but I also want to see her share the journey of her after losing her husband, like how that is like. So I think it will be an interesting storyline for the Mummy Club. Now, you guys, after losing her husband, of course, she's dealing with what? What? The bulldogs, okay? So they are saying that their image, the Mabitsela image, has been tainted, and they need to clear the image of the Mabitsela. And they are blaming who? The Ratile, not the one that cheated. Not the one that was taking the trips with the side chick. No, not that one. They are blaming the one that was at home raising the kids. That one. They're blaming that one, the one that was at home raising the kids. Not the one that was taking the trips with the side chick. No. The one that was at home being embarrassed by the one that was taking the trips with the side chick. Mabitsela image need to be cleared. Source accuse Ratile of being vindictive and spiteful. Okay, this is an article on the City Press. It says the family of a businessman who died by suicide a month ago has sought to clear his name, saying that he was not a bad and aggressive person as portrayed by some, alleging that his name was dragged and tarnished undeservedly. These remarks were made by a source close to the family. The thing that happened, you guys, was that Ratila and her husband were actually going through a divorce. And we all know, you guys, when couples are going through a divorce, they will be airing their, dirty laundry. So the husband had uh, disclosed some of Ratile's dirty laundry, and Ratile had done the same on the Sunday World articles that I had, gone through doing gossip stories. So there are articles that I had read on the Sunday World where Ratile's dirty laundry had been aired, and there were some Sunday World articles that I had gone through where some of the husband's dirty laundry had been aired because they were going through divorce, which is what happens really with celebrity marriages when, they're going through a divorce. It happened both ways. So Lihlohonolo Mabitsela, who appeared on the Mummy Club alongside his wife, reality star Ratile Mabitsela, was buried last month. She has since changed her surname to Maboja on Instagram. The two, who were in a divorce process, met in 2015 and married soon thereafter. They were meant to celebrate a decade in their marriage this year. However, the source close to the businessman's family told City Press that the past 5 years of their marriage marriage were miserable, which eventually led to their separation before his death by suicide last month. However, they were still living under the same roof. According to the source, Mabitsela had a calm demeanor, but Ratile pushed him around as she allegedly wanted him to react aggressively. Okay. There was a time she pushed him down the stairs. He had a scar on his head. As a result, that was never recorded, claimed the source. Okay, I guess the source was around them in their marriage, in their bedroom, in their dining room, in their kitchen during their marriage, you know. You know, last year around this time, Hlogonolo said, I've had it. I love you. I opened businesses for you. She had 3 businesses that she ran to the ground. That is Ratile. After she joined the Mama Club, Hlogonolo lost clients because they said that they could not trust them anymore because things were in the limelight. Okay. The beauty queen was accused of being greedy when Mabitsela wanted them to go their separate ways and was willing to settle out of court. The insider alleged that Ratila did not want to move out of their home, saying that that was the life she was used to. He tried giving her one of their cars, and they shared home. However, Ratila wanted a new house and a car. A fortnight ago, City Press reported on a leaked recorded call between an unknown woman and a person believed to be Ratile's former sister-in-law, Lauren Mabitsela. It was alleged in the recording that he survived on takeaways or sometimes went to a girlfriend's house for meals, as he allegedly did not trust Ratile. Okay, now you guys listen. If you are my husband, now I'm talking about me. If you are my husband and you have a girlfriend, you better trust that you are going to eat at your girlfriend's house, because I am not going to cook for a man that has a girlfriend. Now I'm talking about me, okay? Shall I preach over here at the church of Ntando Mdletshe Gwala, okay? Let me believe, okay? In the scripture of Ntando Mdletshe Gwala, if you have a girlfriend, okay, I shall not wash my pot, okay, and use my steel wool to wash my pot to cook for a man that has a girlfriend. You better believe that in my house, I shall not use my trays to put my plate that I have washed with my sunlight, and I shall not put my food in a plate for a man that has a girlfriend. So if you have a girlfriend, you better believe that you are going to eat at your girlfriend's house, okay? I support Ratile. If you have a girlfriend, go eat at your girlfriend's house, okay? You're not gonna eat at my house. I'm not cooking for you if you have a girlfriend. Hey, go eat at your girlfriend's house. A man that eats at my house is a man that is married to me and only is with me. The minute I find out you have a girlfriend, you are eating at your girlfriend's house. Huh? In another leaked recorded call, a different woman told a person believed to be Lauren that Mabitsela shared that a strange wife tormented him. A woman alleged that he told her that Ratile had opened an arrest case last year, adding that he said she wanted to deny him access to their children. He said he avoided consistently being at court because it was emotionally draining and financially exhausting. Ratile, was refusing to sign the divorce settlement because she wanted a C-class Mercedes-Benz and for him to pay rent. There were a lot of things she demanded because she thought he was hiding money. She continued, even when we used to meet, he would say he didn't have money. He only had money to do important things, not anything like he used to. He said he was in debt, and the fact that she didn't want to sign the divorce papers meant that he would constantly be in court. He did not know how long the divorce would take. He felt that it would take years, and he didn't have money and emotional capacity. According to the caller, Mabitsela had alcoholism and depression problem, and Ratile allegedly used those against him, threatening him with more allegations so that she would get sole custody of the kids. The woman said that the last time she saw Mabitsela 2 days before his death, he looked like a person who had already decided to take his life. That is sad, you guys, as he was disconnected and could not look her in the eye. He also asked for his belongings that were at her house. She said before his passing, Mabitsela wanted to delete his Facebook page because it had a lot of memories, and he also started posting his family pictures and videos, adding that he thought that it was his way of healing. Mabitsela was buried on the 20th of February. The source, who admitted that the former couple was toxic to each other, said that during the funeral arrangement, the Mabitsela respected Ratile and allowed her to have things her way. The source said that though the family wanted the businessman to be buried next to his home, they allowed Ratile to have the last word. The family considered that they were still married even though they were in the process of divorce. She wanted to take over everything, but when it came to paying, she said that she didn't have the money. She wanted to call the shots, but she did not want to spend. With all the back and forth, the estranged wife managed to have him buried in Johannesburg. The mole also said that at some point, Ratile had applied for a protection order against her mother-in-law and Lauren. She claimed that the reality TV star brought bodyguards to the funeral. Okay, listen, you guys, I would do the same. Okay, I would definitely do the same. Lauren refused to comment on the matter. Ratile failed to respond despite asking for questions to be sent via an email. Okay, listen, you guys. This article definitely sounds like a collection of so many things that were said about both the parties in so many of the articles that we had done on this channel when we were doing articles on the divorce, when we were still just talking about the fact that both we were talking about the fact that they were going through a divorce, okay, especially when we were doing our Sunday gossip. And there were things that were said about the husband, and there were things said about Ratile, and things were getting ugly, and dirty laundries were being disclosed now with both the parties. Okay, I don't understand how they are saying that Mabitsela image needs to be cleared and how they think that that is going to be done now. I think the best thing that they can do for the Mabitsela image is just now to just let things go, because the reason that the Mabitsela name was even known was because Ratile was the one that was a celebrity. We wouldn't know Mr. Mabitsela if it wasn't for Ratile. We know it because Ratile was the one that was on the Mummy Club. So we know Mr. Mabitsela because Ratila was on the Mummy Club. If she's even changed her surname now to her maiden name, we're not even going to be bothered with this family now. So I think if they just ignore the whole thing, because the husband has now passed away, Ratila has now gone back to her surname. Even if she goes back to doing the reality show now, she's going to be using her surname. If they just ignore this whole thing, but if they keep talking about what happened during the funeral, what happened before the funeral, what happened, they are the ones now that are tainting the image of their surname now, because Ratile hasn't said much, except she's only talked about how she's feeling in mourning her husband, how hard things have been since her husband has passed, and she has only spoken about positive things when it comes to her husband and her husband's passing. I haven't heard Ratile say one bad thing about her husband since his passing. So I don't understand what they're trying to do with all of these articles that they're trying to, get the journalists to write about Ratile. Okay, but you guys have said, men are dogs, but the reason that we are able to stay with them is because dogs you can tame. Okay, but when it comes to the bulldogs, okay, bulldogs be eating their owners. Okay, and the in-laws are what class? They are bulldogs. Okay, the in-laws are bulldogs. Okay, you can never keep a bulldog as a pet. That's why I'm saying, stop this thing of saying, my mother-in-law is my friend. Wait until the dog has passed and see how that mother-in-law treats you. And come back to us and tell us, okay? Because she will change on you. Anyway, you guys, that's what they are saying now. That's where we are. They are trying to clean the Mabitsela name because they are saying the image of the Mabitselas needs to be cleansed. Does it make any sense? It doesn't, but okay, that's what they're saying. Okay, that's what they're saying. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before I'm going to share it with your friends, with your family, and even strangers in Tanda. Cool.